Hello? Alright. I don't know how that's gonna work. Turn it down a little bit. Right there. So today. Today. As you know, yesterday we did the 5.7 quest on Argon, a space and time for you. I did a little bit of research and it's literally I think it's probably the my favorite quest. It's funny enough because of how much lore dropped in what how much lore was dropped into that quest. So I just got finished doing commissions, doing you know what. But today, I also showed you. I'm going to show it. I have 100% of the map. So Sumer and the desert. Yes, it was like basically nothing. Now it's 100%. So now I basically have a war game to do, which I'll probably do today. And I've done all the antidotes. There's probably more, but there's Mizuki, Sayu, Kamisato, Ayaka, and then Arayato, and then Yamiko, Yumizuki, Haiju, Thoma. So I got a little bit to go. But again, I'm doing this kind of for the Primo Gems and the story. I've already done these. You know how these two work. This is done. I genuinely have no way to get Primo Gems, so. And I'm on, honestly, don't know. I want Skirks because I've been trying to get for her for a while. I should have saved my Primo Gems, honestly. If I knew, again, if I knew. But wow, not even nothing. I'm at 30. 30 on a 90. On a 50-50, so. Yep. All right, let's get to Skirks quest. I don't know much about the Skirks quest, but it's gonna be a little bit of a lore drop, but not much. We're just gonna again, it's Skirk story quest, just more about Skirk. Let's go. We have to go. Apparently, I started the quest in my character because I didn't know. I should really stop doing it, but I started going like my character, and then the new Paimon VA said, "Hey, that's it. We're going to Boo Boo Pharmacy." And we're like, "Okay." So, going to Boo Boo Pharmacy because Paimon thinks we're being weird. And technically, we are being weird, but it's just Skirk saying, "What up?" Kind of. Also, if you hear any crunching or a spoon like that, I have a snow cone. It is blazing hot. It is, funny enough, it is 92 degrees. It is as hot as it's going to be today. 91, but 92. It don't matter. It's 1 degrees. So, yeah. And I'm probably going to do the Skirk team. I should do that, honestly. If I'm going to do the Skirk thing, I'm going to go in with the Skirk team, which is going to be Ayaka,
Kamisato Ayaka, present.
Farina.
I have high hopes for this journey.
So, the Ayaka. I want to do a Mualani quick swap, but it really doesn't do well. Like, I think that Rosaria really does
I
add
hear
some
you've got a
benefit.
job for me.
And then Skirk. So, well, again, I need that. Again.
Let's go!
I need ER for Farina. Oh, a Skulfer. I'm stupid. So, this goes into Skulfer. Of course, you need her.
Ready to spice things up.
And Skirk. So, it'd be like this. I think Skirk, best team. I think it's going to be. I know Shinhao's in there. Like, I know that for forms. It's her. Skulk, Skulfer, Farina, and Ayato. Skirk, Skulfer, Farina, Kazuha. Skirk, Farina, Skulfer. That's like the three. I know. That's exactly what I have. Skirk, Farina, Skulfer. Shinhei. Kazuha, honestly, kind of makes sense. Probably gonna do that.
All right, let's head off.
It's not a horrible idea. Skirk. Skirk. Maybe? I'm not gonna use it, but when I do anything like that, I'm gonna use Skirk maybe. Alright. Cool. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. The shame lost the battles to my save. Oh, hey, Leeway.
Oh, Baiju isn't in his shop.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiju. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Thanks. We'll head on.
Ah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I love this Paimon VA more, so much more. I'm kind of. It's a lot better to use. It's better, in my opinion. Watch Skirk be here. Like, what are you doing here? Who are you? Baju.
Traveler, Paimon, welcome. What can I do for you?
It's the Traveler. She looks absolutely beat these days. She has these huge dark circles around her eyes, like she hasn't slept a wink. And she keeps spacing out. You have to call her name several times before she snaps out of it. What do you think it is? Is she sick?
I guess I could be.
Very peculiar. In all the time we've been acquainted, this is the first
That
time
is
you've
true.
come to me with a health
Mhm.
complaint.
Well, come look. Let me take a look at you. Yay, Baju. Sit on sit. Yes. I don't think we've ever had a doctor appointment in this game.
Hmm.
Nothing seems out of the
I don't like that
ordinary.
expression, Baiju. It's not serious, is it?
She
Hmm.
is gonna die.
Good. Eyes are clear. Breathing is
Steady.
Pulse
Pulse is
is
strong.
Physically, you appear to be in good condition, traveler. In theory, your energy level should reflect that. You should be feeling right.
Right as
well.
rain, and yet I do feel like something is off.
Hence my concern. A clean bill of health is usually a good thing, but in this case, it likely means your situation is more complicated.
I got a disease.
Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But afflictions of a non-physical nature, they fall outside a doctor's realm of expertise.
Do we need Hu Tao?
What do you mean, non-physical?
Is it a mental?
Curses, dark magic, it's hard to say. It could just as easily be a simple case of mental fatigue. Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with, clues to your condition are sure to reveal themselves in time. Once we know the root cause, we can administer the right treatment.
I love Baiju. I've seen my fair share of mental afflictions to start with. Some claim incense, a good night's sleep, and a good meal will do you a world of
In
good.
the meantime, Changsheng and I will review the
Changsheng.
relevant literature for afflictions that present with mental fatigue.
Still, we're not experts on this kind of thing. I say we should strongly consider calling in a specialist as soon as possible. I had to do the S because it's a snake. My voice is, of course, gone for some reason.
Oh, must be a rare condition if
Yep,
you
I got the death disease. Yep.
All we can do is
Skirk,
take your advice.
I need you.
You
Huh?
look like you're about to collapse anyway. Just get some rest. Paimon will be right here by your side.
Thank you, Paimon. Whispers betwixt stars and night. Can I use Skirk, please? Can I use Skirk now? Oh, snap. Skirk's like, what are you doing over there? Oh, snap. Already in the domain. Oh, buzz, all right. Where am I? There's a thick fog covering my field of vision. This feels more real than a dream, but too chilling to be real life. My breath freezes in my throat before I can exhale it. It feels like my soul has been wrenched from my family and from my body. What family? There's in this strange and unfamiliar space. Whichever direction I look in, there's no end in sight. And worse than that, I think there's something in the fog following me, like a shadow. If this is a dream, how long till I wake up? And if not, where in the world am I? Hello? I'm not surprised my mic's freaking broken because my freaking chair just caught every single type of cord my freaking mic has. Like I'm talking just wrap that junk like a fishing pole. Like a god, man, I need a new mic. Anyways, what happened? I got slashed by something in the freaking the abyss. Something just pierced through the fog and stabbed me in the back, but there's no blood. Strange light coming from the wound. It seems like familiar. It's by retreating back into the darkness deep inside. It feels like a part of me is missing, and now another wave of fatigue is washing over me. Is it the abyss or something? The abyss we collected now, like slowly just stabbing me. Ding, 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 ding. You know what I mean?
Traveler!
Hey.
Rise and shine! What? You're making piles
Hello.
of early riser. It's already afternoon. Hopefully all that sleep did you some good. Feeling any better?
It's already afternoon.
A cut? What?
Is there an actual cut or no?
Nope, nothing there. Okay, don't panic. Paimon heard that dreams tell us what we need by showing us the opposite. So, if you had a nightmare, maybe all you need is something to cheer you up.
Yay. Probably not. Surprised this mic isn't busted, bro.
What? So, in this dream, you were trapped in a... Oh.
That's a new one.
Well, that's a new one. Are you sure it was a dream? Because from the way you just... But then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. And you were...
Maybe it's just a very lifelike dream.
Then it's decided. Paimon will stay up and watch over you tonight. If anyone tries to mess with you, Paimon will beat him up. Or, wake you up first and then we can beat him up together.
Something is missing.
Skirk! Skirk! Where you at? Where you at? You're in the walls!
Flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete.
Hello! Why you leave it?
Dissolved, the mind will wither away along with it.
What the? Wait! Paimon remembers you! You're Child's master!
Skork?
Skork?
Skork? Skirk.
Right!
What are you doing here? I don't know. What you want?
The last time we saw you was at the primordial sea.
What are you doing
Right?
here, genuinely?
But then we left and never learned where you went after that.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing here?
Child's been looking
Everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to wild restaurant all places?
You came here looking for...
And were you the one behind that hocus pocus just now?
You the one behind that hocus pocus just now?
Tell me,
What is
What
that
is
you
it that you
saw?
tight-lipped, huh? You. I'll take a glass of wine.
You.
Hmm?
Of course.
Oh, of course. Coming right
Instant
up.
hit it with a you.
We
We'll make this one
one
on-
in-house. It's
Oh.
not too strong. Enjoy.
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tiger.
Coming right up. Ah, if I knew we'd be this busy, I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
True.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of
Little consequence to me.
I'm not here to try and win you over. Trust me or not.
Good.
The choice is yours. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until
Till
I finish my drink.
What do you know about this
I was
situation?
investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you.
Okay, thanks.
Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion.
Need I see?
Need I say more?
Neither of those things sound good. Well, should we trust
Dang.
her? She mentioned an abyssal disturbance.
I'm short notice.
Maybe that has something to do with what's going on with you. But Yeah, and that thing she said about your soul being damaged is scaring, Paimon. Definitely, Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Child's told us,
At least
he
it
doesn't
seem.
seem evil, at least.
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do.
Sheesh! 10 Mora?
Well, have you made up your mind?
What I saw was a dark space shrouded in dense fog that wouldn't disperse. I wish the traveler would speak. My
So
favorite.
that's all we know, Miss Skirk. Ma'am.
Ma'am?
Help us?
So, you couldn't disperse. I understand. Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here.
Set up the bill.
Oh,
for me,
and
Okay.
10 Mora.
Scared.
Thanks for the 10 more, guys. Lovely. She like settled for cash too.
Wait, hold on. You overpaid.
Oh, no. This includes the drink, so
I didn't think you two.
we didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember?
You sure? I could have sworn there were only 2 of you at that table.
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom? You got them seeing things.
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her?
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell.
Check, please.
Coming!
Hey, I would keep
Okay, what was
going on there.
It's like they didn't remember Skirk being there at all.
Yeah.
Even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. But that Mora she left for us was definitely real.
Brother, that's like 10 Mora.
Oh, this whole situation was
Ah, yes, my 10 Mora.
But anyway, she told us to head to the
How
Guardian,
much?
right?
How much is that? Like 10,000, maybe? 10,000 more? 1,000? Okay, that probably makes sense. Like what? It's like 10. Ah, yes, 10 Mora. That's gonna pay for an ounce of Fanta. Dum ba dum 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 dun 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 ba ba dum dum bum ba da ba dum dum ba da ba dum dum bum ba da ba dum bum ba da ba dum dum ba da ba dum. Why are you in a Gilly Plain? Why are we Liyue? I would think it'd be like Fontaine, Natlan, somewhere. Sumeru. Why in Liyue? Kind of weird. It's neutral. Kind of weird, but kind of little weird, but. Hit him with the bomb, ba-dum, 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 ba. Oh, there it is, Abyss Corrosion.
Wow. Looks like they're collecting something.
Abyssal Energy. Rah. Hello. Ow. Okay. Get grouped. Get grouped. Get grouped. Slash. 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 Come get grouped again. Come here. Toom.
So, this is what they were collecting. It looks kind of like...
God remains?
Yeah. What is going...
from the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains.
Jeez.
Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth, carrying within them a warped will and a dark curse. Together, these remnants form what you call God remains, and it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. There are traces left. Ugh. What are you doing?
What?
Nothing. Just wanted to make sure you were...
Real?
She's definitely not...
Not a ghost traveler.
Paimon poked
Fucked her. She's solid. After you left the restaurant, the others didn't act like you were never
Your
there.
life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on?
Strange set of
Strange
priorities.
set of priorities.
Look, man.
It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased.
Crazy.
Simple as that.
What about me?
Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me.
Thanks.
They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Now, can we please get back on track?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right. The god remains. So basically, there's now less of them here than there used to be, right? In our experience, god remains are 100% bad news.
True.
A lot of terrible things.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards. But power doesn't come from nothing. The remains aren't just gone.
They were taken. Like a
They've
part of my
been
soul was taken?
Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. The only difference being, you can speak, and the remains cannot. So it went. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered, and a large amount of the god remains buried in the desert went missing. Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world, including the stuff.
Look at them eyes! So great!
You mean the
Stella
stars?
Fortuna?
42 of them have died out in the past few months alone.
So
In
people say.
Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new constellation. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely, and it's not hard to deduce what's happening to the power they contain.
Okay.
Something has been leeching power from this world, like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer satisfied with the remains of the dead. It wants you.
I'm not gonna let it.
This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time,
But why me?
no one knows. All I know for certain is this. Considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are fragile things. We're going to help each
Other. You're my ticket to
You
uncovering
are
this
my
theory.
ticket to
Well, great. You seem super strong, and you know a lot about the abyss.
Thank you.
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal
Soon
after
to
a
hear
sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences.
I have
We're on
already.
very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust me.
It's
You
fine.
help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what
This
you
is a
lost.
transaction.
This is a transaction, that's all.
Sure.
You would do well to remember that. Now,
I love Skirk. She's cool.
Yeesh.
Yeesh!
She'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help
Help
us.
us. But
No,
nope.
she's just like when we met her in the primordial sea. So, well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship. What she... Paimon's got it.
Frosty.
Frosty the lavender melon. Anyway.
Frosty lavender melon is crazy.
Soul back. So,
Yeah, do I? It's probably a domain. I'm probably gonna. Just in case. Cause I hit him with the dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum.
whoa. This place is...
this is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here.
Seems more like somewhere in the abyss.
It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place.
That's where she lives. I'm in her crib, bro.
I don't know how much
Yeah.
I told you, but when he
Ajax.
fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the outside world.
Ajax? Oh, right! That's Child's real name! Yeah, Paimon remembers him mentioning something like that. So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world?
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside now, we just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one full of fog.
Man, I want this character on that.
The abyssal
Please.
disturbance I felt point to that space having
Please.
some connection to the abyss. It could even be a domain similar to this one. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul.
It's Cernology. It's gotta be.
The abyss is a
It's like the only person I know.
turbulent place. If we want to pinpoint their location, we need to see what that space looks like without the fog.
Okay. A
Abyssal
bunch of
power can
rock.
grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before?
I've taken it in, but I've never wielded it, so not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Do you plan to learn?
Kind of odds of with the abyss.
That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wide...
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option.
What's this?
A little abyss crystal that contains my power.
Wear it on your head?
Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform dream mirroring when we...
Dream mirroring?
It
Okay.
means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming.
What the hell
Everything
does this
you
camera?
see, think, and feel. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now,
Not at the moment.
I'll have to do the investigating for you.
I can do it later, maybe. With some skirk. Look at that, dude. I got it, dude. That's so cool. 'Cause she's a descender.
Whatever scene plays out in your mind, then I can
The
guess
Ethan.
what
It's like, what are you dreaming about right now?
and then take back what was stolen from you.
Thank you, Skirk.
Huh.
So all I need to do is...
Sounds so simple.
Wait. Is there anything you need me to do?
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. To play it safe, I need to give you some...
Fight, fight, fight,
You're
fight,
gonna
fight,
teach us
fight,
some of
fight,
your
fight.
martial- Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have...
Do as you want. For my... You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your
Hey.
combat skills and train you for the specific scenarios that I think we might face.
Honestly, if Skirk says I'm a pretty good fighter, I'm taking it.
But that's enough talk.
If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time to
Come
make
with me.
lenient here.
Time might be more lenient here.
Oh, she moves fast. I'm so special.
Con-
training,
yeah.
huh?
Uh-huh.
The last time something like this happened was probably...
Anti-Raiden.
Raiden Shogun training, right?
Yeah.
Oh, feels like a lifetime ago.
That was a long while ago.
Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the all-devouring narwhal was just her master's pet?
Maybe we'll learn something. That'd be so cool. Can I use like a team or is it just Traveler and Skirk? Yo! Yo, Skirk, what up? This is sick.
Ready?
Yeah. Bring it on. Yeah, bring it on, bro. Let's get it.
Your training will be split into 3 stages.
Okay.
Testing your blade work,
Okay.
elemental abilities,
Okay.
and reasoning skills.
Reasoning am I suck at?
We'll start with blade work.
Okay.
You're no rookie in this area, so during your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters. Conscious...
You bet.
There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kazuha Ayaka.
You sparred with a bunch of them too, right?
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting,
Yeah, of
techniques
course.
alone are not enough. You need a cohesive system to bring it to use the human body as an analogy. Your style is your skeleton, the foundation, the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. This is where your strength comes from.
Okay.
Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body.
Understood.
If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you'd be weak and flimsy. Then again, if you packed on pounds of flesh without a big enough frame to support it, you'd end up bloated and unwieldy.
Understood.
You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences and figure out which parts of what you've learned are just techniques, and which parts can be used to form your own system of blade work. Only then will you get the full utility out of all your thoughts and observations along the way. Only then will every strike you deliver make perfect sense.
Wait, is that it? Paimon thought you were gonna teach her some cool new moves.
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. But right now, our sword styles are so wildly different.
Technique is pointless. Yes.
Teaching
Thank you,
new
Skirk.
techniques is
Yes.
pointless.
Yeah, if I was gonna learn it, then
There are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power.
Failure's best teacher and
Failure
rigor's
is
your
your best,
coursework.
That's all I have to say. Time to make a
Okay.
Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
Ah!
This is making
900?
Hang in there, traveler!
Does that say 900 crystal globes? Nine 900th crystal columns. Strength presses your strength improves. Nine. Dang! I'm at 891. And there's not limitless power surging through me. Huh.
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
Dude, I'm running out of stamina. I don't have the stamina. Skirk, please. I don't have the stamina. Skirk, I don't have the stamina. I swear.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? What's their guiding philosophy? What's their state of mind as they maneuver their weapon? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until your hand is one with your mind. This is the only path to true growth.
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
I see eternally go by in an instant, the autumns of many years from a single leaf. Thus I shall slice this maple in flat and ask you a question of the ages. My sword style, my journey. Oh snap! Go, go, go! Nice. $2,000 days later.
You start to tire.
Empty your mind, but do not stop.
Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Ring cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Oh snap! Did I ult his jut? Yeah! Great! You slash and wipe till you exhausted every ounce of your energy. Looks Looks like you've made some real
Looks
progress.
like you've made some real progress. That concludes your training session.
Thank you.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel?
Exhausted. I'm fighting to keep my eyes open.
As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard. You've actually been going for several days now with no rest.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps. But you were so focused, she didn't want to interrupt you.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place in your dream, so I can get this investigation over.
Thank you, Skirk. I don't know what I did. Yeah, let me see that. Yeah. Hey, Skirk.
Sometimes you have to practice a single movement 1 million, maybe 10 million times before the breakthrough moment comes. Nothing in the outside world can help you in this process.
Thank you, Skirk. Look at this place. Sheesh. Hey, you hear this? You hear this music? Hey. Hey. Bro, I'm talking. Dun 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 dun. Hey, look at this. Thanks, Kirk. The best sibling. Hello. Like, what are you doing here? Dum 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 dum. Gonna break. Or not. Hey. Hear this? Wake up. Wake up from reality. Live in a world of delusions. What is this place? I've been pulled back in that place again, but Skirks said the dream mirroring would kick in when I fall asleep, so why am I back here? No. On closer inspection, this isn't the same dream I had last time. It's dark and gloomy, but there's isn't chilling fog that make my hair stand on end. Hold on, if my dream mirroring is a two-way process, maybe I'm staying inside of her mind when she's exploring mine. This is her inner world. It's pretty black. It's pretty bleak. I occasionally make out the sound of a flowing stream, but other than that, it's empty. Strange creature. Whoa, what's that? Strange looking creature. Where did it come from? I think it wants me to follow it. Might as well see where it leads. Yo! Look at that, John. Dude! Look at him! It's like a Sealy! It's like a crystallized Sealy. A glowing patch. Okay, Mr. Sealy.
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to his classes.
Excuse me. You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that. It's very disrespectful.
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirks learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to sit through more classes if she doesn't want to be there. But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday. Why don't you tell your dad all about it?
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kind of dumb, though, with that stupid big fat head. I tried to shake its fin, but it just spat water at me. Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can spit fire. I bet if I climbed on its back, it could fly me all the way to the stars.
Aww.
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too. Otherwise, how are you gonna hear me call you for dinner up there in the stars?
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, Zilly. Anyway, gotta go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Wait! Put on a coat at least. You'll catch a cold. I'm talking to you, young lady. You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives
Yeah.
outside. Always going on about exploring the beyond one day, whatever that means.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventurer's gonna be hungry when she gets back. Let's get started on dinner.
This is her family home. I'm out. The weather is wonderful today.
The stars shimmer high above. But what lies beyond the stars? Mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? Or maybe buildings taller than the sky, like the people from the merchant ship said? I can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe is fascinating. If only I could meet some other people like me. We could set sail together and explore every corner of the world. I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all. But for now, I'm starving. Better get back.
Okay. Huh? It's over there. Something's going on? Why is it like shimbled? Something's going on? Question mark?
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take him down.
Don't be scared.
This way!
We'll never make it!
Fire. There's fire everywhere. What happened?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders.
Why are you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from Upper Command.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire civilization to the ground.
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct? What's their stat?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now, but they won't last long. To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear out the other zones first so we can send a...
Well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claw. Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer.
Dude, what? Can I, like, absolutely kill them? It smells like something's burning. What's going on?
Dad? Mom?
Skirk, you're all right?
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl.
What happened? You're bleeding.
This is the place. Alert.
Run, Skirk! Run as far. Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face. But my clever girl, so curious. You're all
Whenever you miss us, just play this song. Remember, life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Break down the door! Look what we have here. A savage that can pluck a tune. Well, the show's over. You! Stop singing! Shut it!
Very good singing, by the way.
I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, this time, the focus is elemental energy. Come find me when you're ready to begin.
I love backstory. People like hard turn cold and man. Dude, do that song again, man. Dude, I was listening to that, dude. If there's a longer version of that.
Man, staying in the abyss feels no day and no night.
Like time hardly exists.
Hardly exists. If we weren't careful to keep track, it feels like we'd have no idea how long we've even been here. Well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork. You go do your training. Paimon's gonna grab a bite.
Okay, I need to lock in. Clock in. Oh, hello. Ready to start?
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages.
Okay.
The
Blade
first
work.
is mastering the use of standard weapons.
Natural
Next is
energy.
learning how to harness natural energy. And after that, you're free to challenge even higher dimensions.
Dude, if I'm able to use
The
abyss
natural
powers, that'd be so
energy
great.
To that is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my
I draw from
area
a different
of
source. A different
expertise.
source? That must mean.
Abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Sertologi, is a true...
Ah, I was right.
After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss. An act for which the people of Conria gave them the epithet, the Five Sinners. The elemental energy of Tivad, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These 2 forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much I can teach you this time. A keen observation, traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, it's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal power, I can teach it to you.
Abyssal power doesn't suit me. I have the ability to purify abyssal power.
So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for remove, but is purification really what's going on there?
Yeah, I'm taking
Like
it
I
in.
said, power does not simply disappear.
What are you trying to say?
Just thinking out loud. Let's focus on your elemental training.
She
That's what's gonna
is
help
right
us in
though.
this situation.
I'm taking it in. I'm a holder of abyssal power.
But
I hold
only
it.
if you make the choice to pick yourself up again every time you fall.
Okay.
So, it's time to push yourself to the limit.
Keep
And then
pushing.
keep.
All right, go,
Use
go,
the
go.
power of Animo to clear the field as fast
Oh
as you
snap!
can.
Windblade. Windblade, be gone.
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Prepare to be blown away.
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes. Faster. Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
Go! Go! Ha! Water jet! Water jet!
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision and switch between the elements at will. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not bound by the rules of this world. So be bold. Do not be afraid to chart your own path.
Graceful as the wind, tough as stone, nimble as lightning, flourishing like foliage. I can feel the power of the elements flowing through me. Sometimes it's peaceful as flowing stream, other times surging like a raving river. If I close my eyes, I can almost hear their voices, but it's not like some wild beast battling for dominion. It's more like saying hello to an old friend. Jet. Toom, toom, toom. Alt.
Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements.
How long has it been this time? I'm exhausted.
Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training, which is a good sign. Relentless practice with the elements has drained all your strength, but it's also what allowed you to make progress. Get some rest.
Can I do that with my Hydra? My Hydro Traveler doesn't do that. My Hydro Traveler don't be doing that.
If you wish to master the elements at a fundamental level, you must see the entire natural world. Nature in all its places and forms. That is part of what it means to be a traveler.
That is true. I'll be back. Probably doing good. In a time loop. So she sees my dreams, but I see hers. Which I don't think she knows. Maybe she does. This place again. Thank you, strange creature. Why did you bring me here? Who are you? Okay. Okay. I mean, it's going to be the same answer no matter what. No response. Strange creature just floated away. Where's that thing? What is it doing in Skirks and Roar? Where is it taking me at this time? I wish I was able to do elements at will.
What is the secret to power? Longing, hatred, self-preservation. No. It is fear. The fear of losing those you love. The fear of watching your home burn. Fear of loneliness. Fear of death. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment and overcome hardship. It is in the process of prevailing over our fears that we surpassed first ourselves and then the rest of the world. That fear is now part of you. It calls on you to evolve. And it is time to answer.
Hurts. Father, mother.
Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted. Practice your sword work instead. Do not make me tell you twice.
But, Master, I can barely lift this sword anymore. If I
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks.
Thanks,
I want to
Early.
hear the cracking and splintering of bone. After all, bones can always be reset.
Wow. She fainted from exhaustion.
Good, Skirk. Once again, you survived.
Cold.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time you claw back from the brink of death, I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. Your potential goes... but you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is... You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak. And become master over your physical form. Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh. And...
Dude, do not like Certology at all.
You're up! Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage. So, wanna head over now?
Yeah, that's right. I need answers. Dum 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 dum. So what am I doing? Reasoning? Oh, I'm cooked. GG's. That's so cool, man.
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword.
Thank you.
And more control over your
Oh,
elemental
thanks to your
ability.
guidance.
That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you have made, the dangers you have faced. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally
Okay, lock in.
unpredictable combat situations. To simulate this, I'm going to attack and you're going to block. Ready?
Yep. Give me your roast.
Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable. Just like your brother. Oh, that reminds me. You still don't know what happened to...
I see what you mean. 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 Hey, if I was able to block that, I was able to block it. But I see what you mean. I see what you mean. You're using words against.
Hey, no fair! That's
You think
Every opponent has the same moral code as you.
If you denounce their deplorable methods, strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger, fear.
You're describing yourself?
How amusing. Almost, but you don't. You can choose your own path. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. Make the most rational and advantageous decision, and this is your final training session. Look alive.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Go! Water jet! Water jet! Water jet! Water jet! Water jet! Water jet! Water jet!
Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind. You want a unified train of thought. It all comes down to focus.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, you must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak. And become master over your...
Stop. Let's pause here. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing. Staying calm and focused sounds simple in theory, but in practice... Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. You managed to push past your limits, which is a good start.
Can we ask Skirk about... Oh, we get a chest for this. Yay! Yay! Wow. Brother! You know what? Just for that? No. Just for that. Come on.
Warriors will train day and night to perfection.
Just for that. Does a 10-4. YouTubers be like...
One mistake. One moment of hesitation. And just like that...
It's true, we're seeing the insides of Skirk's backstory. You hear this? Dude. Still got some like sports music, man. Dum, dum, dum. Back in the dream again or in a different one? Same dream, I'm guessing. Looks like I'm back in Skirks in a world. I don't see that strange creature this time, but I think I can navigate the space on my own now, even without it here to guide me. I don't know how to leave, so I'm stuck here until I wake up. Can't I have to look around while I wait? Pretty cool. This is the one thing I don't get about how games work, man. So cool. You know how much effort that takes to do that?
Skirk is amazing. She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean off.
Oh, she got hurt though, didn't she? I heard it was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on the mend, she got right back to practicing her sword work. I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back stronger than ever. Skirk's becoming more like him by the day.
Incredible. I wonder if I'll ever reach their level.
I don't think you want to.
Oh, he's so resolute. So
Again, comes with
unshakable.
great power and comes with great consequence.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world?
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown up. Then I can do anything.
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past and become someone stronger.
Run, Skirk, run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Look at that sword, man.
Let's
Alice.
see here. First things first, you need a new identity. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying you hail from beneath the earth instead? As the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are braving the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return, although it might not be what you want to hear. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while is never a bad idea. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
Huh? Dream's over. I can hear the crackling of fire in the distance, and there's a fragment of aroma in the air. Grilled meat.
You're awake!
Ah, hello.
You must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast?
I am a little hungry.
Of course you are. That's why
So you're best friends now?
is all ready for you. Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirks
Can cook.
So, Paimon decided she can forgive the whole ice queen thing. Paimon's not one to hold a grudge.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit.
Can we ask her about stuff now or no? You dig in and make it a quick work of the food.
Okay. It's Paimon's.
Dum, 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 dum.
I have good news.
Okay.
First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice.
Thank you.
Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need to
Thank you.
retrieve the missing
Ah, faster than I
copy
expected.
soul. And when Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me 3 of them before he left. You and I may never meet again, traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me, now's your opportunity.
Spending time in Skirks in a world of witnessing our memories. There are so many questions I could ask, but the most important one is, are you really from Tevat?
Okay, not the angle I was expecting. What makes you ask that?
Sorry, I didn't tell you earlier, but while you were dreaming mirroring, I think I saw your memories.
I knew that was a possible side effect.
Closed off mind for you.
Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless darkness.
So Skirks didn't share her memories with me on purpose. In fact, she tried her best to keep them from me. Wait, speaking of endless darkness, on my first time there was all...
Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Dude, since you've seen what you've seen,
Hide the
there's
truth.
no reason to hide the... No, I'm not from Tevat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars.
A lot like you in
A lot
some
like
ways.
you in some ways.
Like me? Do you mean you're also a descender?
No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me,
Oh, I'm getting called.
I'm just passing through.
Yeah! Okay, stream. I will have to not. I'm not ending it, but I will be going AFK. Food is here. It's hot, and I want it hot. So I'll be putting you in AFK. Hold up while the music goes. I'll be right back. Guys, I'm back. Had some KFC. That joint was fire. So messy though, man. It's so messy. Anyways, we're back. What's Skirk want? You're just passing through, Skirk? I don't believe that. Honestly, I don't. Ooh, that food was good, man. So good. I didn't feel like pausing the stream or ending the stream and making another one while mid-quest. I ain't gonna do all that, so I just put it on that John AFK and I ate my food quick. Alright.
Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space.
Hi.
So,
what up, cat?
There you have it. On to your second question.
Can I pick, or is it just... Okay. What is your goal in coming here?
To become stronger.
Okay.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat... Okay.
Serious goal is to defeat the foul. I can hear how serious this is for her. I wonder whose certain reasons it could be. But given how quickly she plays through that answer, I know she wants to talk about it. I want to what should I ask?
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well,
Your child is looking for you, right? You're gonna let him see you?
Hey, Jax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people, studied their techniques, and developed your own skills. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. A complete blank canvas. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, that would only hinder his growth. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then, let that motivate him to reach his full potential. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're... Wake up your companion. It's time to go. Oh, and everything I just told you.
We'll get some backstory, probably. She'll open up to me. It's fine.
Time to go. Oh, finally. Where are we headed?
Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's location. It will take us to where he's hiding.
Where's it at? The chasm? That kind of makes some sense. It would make sense why he's hiding in the chasm. They're a little shady over there. I'm gonna praise the mountain, dun 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 dun, highest of me. That's who I praise.
Wait, this is near the chasm, right?
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still.
Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for safety. Oh, but,
Let's teach the thief a lesson.
Right. Remember your training.
Time to put it to loose. Yes, ma'am. Enter the Abyssal Rift. Totally not gonna take a picture of this. Like, what? You tripping, man. Give me that skirt, please. Oh, come on. I tried. All right. Let's see what a good Skirk with Azure. Dude, I want herself so bad, man. Talents of 8, 9, 11. Constellation 3. Okay, so this is not going to be like the best. This is going to be the better performance than my freaking Skirk if I ever get her. Why?
Mine to wield. Bombs away!
Dude, I want Skirk so bad. Genuinely.
Look at all these spikes! Careful, don't get hit! You know what? Paimon's just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this. Water jet! Go! Fearless. Into the void. Go!
Annihilate. Hey, what are you two doing here? Dusty. Like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Dude, I want Skirk so bad. Genuinely, dude. Such a cool character.
Oh, looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hut? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see anything.
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Our opponent must have covered us.
Hold on, look! The spikes are...
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room so we can see what we're... Our enemy took part of your soul for a reason. It's likely he integrated it into his attack somehow. If we're smart about this...
Okay. Ah, oh, okay. It's giving me.
From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see.
Seeing what it's trying to do. the thing was. I was like, dang! Golden ball.
There. I got it back.
Thanks, Skirk. Starts walking away. Never seen again.
Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
You okay?
In the Gwale Plains. You asked me why this... Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive. It's also because of your ability to, as you put it, purify, whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been completely impossible. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of... Call it fate, if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary coincidences like this. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, I'll cope. Well, done gorging. Good. Time to... How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring Oh, of course!
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. Tell me you're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves you wouldn't be able to defeat it, which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sertologi.
The Foul? Who dares call him foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold a basic conversation.
Just a little longer.
Look, it's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit.
What should we do now?
Keep calm and use reason to decide the best course of action. Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Get us out of here, traveler. You'll need to lead the way this time.
Yes, ma'am. Let's get it. Go, go, go.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time.
Get out of here.
Focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run! Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse! So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But suspicions of...
Oh, wow. I got there quicker quicker than I was supposed to.
I no longer sense his presence. Can't have followed us out of that abyssal domain. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw, it's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive.
Yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing, Neverlet mentioned that it has an instinct to devour.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state. so it was somewhat less aggressive than usual. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true voracious nature kicks in. It could devour everything on the planet in that state, which is why I cast it into that void space. But I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale a long time ago. Exactly. It told me everything I needed to know. Hence why I said we both got what we came for. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again.
Thanks, Skirk.
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stuck.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power.
But what if that monster fucked us? How are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoop
Push an open door to
the abyss itself. Sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad.
Ah, pity. You said I don't want to be in your debt. Well, I still am.
Fair enough. Then take this.
Please be you.
A bag of moral.
Oh.
Nothing in this world is free. I know that much.
Nothing's free.
I'll leave the planning to you. Hurry up and decide where to go.
I know exactly where to go.
Skirk somewhere she can rest.
Boo boo.
He'll know something about Master. I'm sure of it. Next time.
How's the shoulder?
Fine. It was just a scratch. It'll take time to recover my strength, of course.
Outfit
Adapting to
looks
situations like this is nothing new for me.
different.
No, this. It's a star crystal suit. Abyssal energy is scarce in Teyvat. Wearing this helps me access it more freely.
Interesting.
It stores concentrated abyssal energy that I can draw from on the go. When the energy runs out...
Let's go.
found
Skirk actually accepting. Fair enough. Bye, Joe. What happened now? So.
Paimon gets the feeling
Yeah.
Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baishu said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there.
Is Chi-Chi here? No, I wish I could see Chi-Chi here. Oh, Baiju.
You look much better, traveler. Very true. We haven't had many patients recently, so we...
Awesome. Huh. This bag from Skirk, does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you admit? I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did you do to get all this mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing
You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little,
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
Guess he did. Paimon's whispering needs some work.
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke.
The frosty lavender melon.
No, it was, Paimon, okay, fine.
Truth is,
Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start, but...
just say friends.
I noticed there was only one bed.
Wait, what?
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help
That's
me.
what I am.
Your shoulder. Hey, don't just leave. Whatever. Let her tire herself out. Let's get some sleep, traveler.
Shall I practice my sword? Strict is stubborn. Even if I try to convince her to take it easy, I doubt she'll listen. Mama is right. Skirk will stop and take a break once she gets tired. I hope I can get some sleep. Can I wake up in the middle?
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't run.
Skirk, run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. Wait, Skirk? Have you been...
Average strength yet?
About 60%. Maybe 70.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days.
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different, but somehow the outcome fell short.
Maybe because of the spike inside you?
No. I think I need to meditate for the next 2 days.
Ooh, sounds intense.
Thanks. See you in 2 days.
See you in 2 days.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Be right back.
Okay, bye, Mon. You again. What are you doing here? Oh, my bad. I thought it was interesting. Oh, thanks for the primo jumps. Yay. I heard that. I heard that noise. I know the reward sounds. Place familiar. Where am I exactly? There are towering cliffs, withered trees, and a strange river flowing from the horizon. But it's broken up several times along the way, with a waterfall at each breakpoint. On closer inspection, the color of the water is changing. The closer I get to the lower portion, the darker it becomes, almost as if... Yep. If you bring me here, then that must mean this is...
This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as the threshold.
Maybe Skirk.
Dreams. This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space.
It talks.
I only managed to illuminate a small portion for you back then.
It talks.
Actually, it's my first time talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why I can speak again, too. Call it fate, if you want. I think that's the word they use in this. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here.
Are there so many cliffs and waterfalls?
Oh, you noticed.
You noticed.
This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. So this river is where all the fragments of Skirk's life should converge into a single stream of memories and emotions, flowing forward as one. But as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times. It's because Skirk doesn't like who she was in the past. And all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was. She cuts through water and rock with the sword of reason, severs her connection with the past.
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power.
The answer to one mystery invites another question, I see. Let's follow the river upstream. There among the cliffs, among the memories at...
Soon you understand everything. Dude, if there's... Dude, this is so cool. This looks like a close one, huh? I recognize that drawing on the sand. That's us. Wait, is that a picture I drew for Paimon? Why is it showing up in Skirks' memories?
I've always thought that. Even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still form bonds of kinship when they meet.
Wait, what?
Like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your presence, although she hesitated for a moment, she still chose to walk away, indifferent as ever. Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious choice to avoid altering its path. But the reason for that decision stems from events much earlier on in her life. Let's keep going.
You now have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forth, no one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws. Now, you must learn to hunt.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own?
Indeed. Make new friends. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes.
Why?
I have told you before. Fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known fear so deep it can be felt in the bones. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus, pain dampens over time, and the acrid taste of fear becomes but a distant memory. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood, or it shall drive you to defeat me, whatever the cost.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul Sertologi, looked like at one point in time. Of course, as a hired, he could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quick. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertologi is the scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. It is absolute. Shall we? We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training under Sertologi.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is a habit of the weak. A pitiful, useless ploy.
Can I ask a question, Master? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever means necessary, in the hope that one day, you might surprise me.
But I don't want to draw my sword against you, Master.
What you want matters little.
That right there. That right there matters little. I would smack the crap out of Sertology, dude.
Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs that disappear into the void. You of all people know that well.
Yes, Master.
From
that day forward, all she knew was grueling training. After some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained. It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came to dictate all she was.
Sort of just gets her from disaster into the title. Never try even how to ulterior motive.
We're nearly there. I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirks' happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. The sun bathed everything in golden light. And when song filled the air, not even the shyest of flowers could resist swaying along. This is Skirks' homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child. Always skipping school to go exploring instead. There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea. The secrets beyond the stars. And that merchant ship packed with adults wearing those strange clothes. Yes. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of Skirks' parents, her relatives, her neighbors. Everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms and allowed them to explore the planet. To them, the visitors were guests and should be treated with hospitality. No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, an army of unknown origin arrived without warning and carried out a ruthless campaign to destroy everything and everyone on the planet. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate. Countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved, friends and relatives. The little girl who lived next door. The shop owner with the bad leg. The bad-tempered teacher she had made fun of just that morning. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash as the fire consumed one life after another. Skirk was helpless. All she could do was run. And so she did. She kept running until an unexpected figure crossed her path. If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she would have remained, left to rot in the scorched earth. with no answer as to why any of this was happening.
So why did these people destroy our homeland?
Because she and her people were seen as a threat.
Did they do something bad?
As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence of human activity, even during the periods of extreme heat or cold in the past.
Wait, what? As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life, yet there was evidence of human activity. Okay.
Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability to adapt to any type of environment
Or energy
for that
source.
reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat and decided to eliminate them before the threat could rear its head. And so, the army was called, and the so-called danger was wiped from the face of the planet.
Just because of speculation and all of those people.
Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence and kindness that doomed. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, she ran. She ran and never stopped.
Now I see why Circe's threat is such a terrifying prospect for her. And now I see why she distanced herself from the world.
No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Well, that brings us to... Skirk is waiting over there. For both of us. Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill my purpose.
So all this, just so you could bring her here?
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. And she is the best choice in this moment.
Wait, then you must be.
Her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind, stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses, those discarded aspects of your past selves, they are a part of me now. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long. So, I came to face you instead.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant. Our feelings most of all.
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses, emotions like kindness and empathy, and what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who slaughtered our people?
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I can offer. I have shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I am. It made me strong.
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse of space. It gives meaning to the world around us. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let them grant you peace. A brief respite from the pressure you put on yourself.
That isn't what we need.
It's exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only...
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity. And in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so, this river, the source of your strength, grows more polluted by the day.
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Russian stuff isn't weak. The fact that she transcended time and broke free from her constraints to come and face you, that proves it.
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor fills you with guilt. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know that you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope, at least, that you can let go.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there. And I'm ready to see them all.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch water. Dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish, then I will carry you with me until the end.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive.
That isn't true strength. Power is not a substitute for doing what is right.
That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which power was not the law of the land. But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sirologi, is, at the core, a defier of all rules and order.
Sounds like you have your work cut out for you.
Yes. And not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also because I have no reason to see him as an enemy. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength. And for that, I respect him. I know. And it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings, or an answer to one of my questions. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to pieces. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready.
If he does attack you one day, I'll help you.
Help me? Why?
Because.
This isn't your fight.
Because if we want to build the world we both want to see, everyone has to be willing to fight for it. If we all do our part, we can make the entire universe a kinder place. Exit the threshold between soul and dreams. Skirk gazes into the distant sky. There's nothing else to do here. Should I leave? I'm okay. Let's leave.
Oh, you're finally awake! Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious.
Scared Paimon half to death!
Paimon half to death! You're both okay, right?
Yeah, we're good.
What does it look like?
Oh, still cold as ever. Calm down. You look like your strength is back. You look stronger than ever.
Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose what happened today will become an inseparable part of who I am.
Okay, so...
Paimon feels like she's missing something. Kind of.
But whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious snacks. Let's dig in.
Enjoy the snacks. Okay.
All right. It's about time we...
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, the good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches this time.
This is last time. Can I get Skirk now? Ah, you bop. Can I get Skirk now? Hold on. How long until 6 days, bro? 6 days. Hey, bro. Don't do you just dum 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 dum. You just do it. Dum 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 dum. Oh. Onions, mushrooms, ginger. Can I get the recipe for that? No. Hey, bub. Honestly, I'll be using you. Thank you. Whoa. That's pretty cool, though. Oh, Paimon, you're with us this time. Sertologi. Or an instinct.
Isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into?
That's what the fowl used to look like.
Really? So, you're telling Paimon that?
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master. To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master, and we know he stole.
Okay. Oh, that Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal again after we're done with him.
Let's go.
Bombs away!
Mine to wield.
Water jet!
Whoa!
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope.
Wasn't able to do anything. Well, I was, but I didn't get what was going on. Man.
Water jet! Go!
Fearless.
Another star goes out!
Beyond this world.
Go!
Fearless. Into the void.
Dude, I want him so bad. Dude! It's such insane.
Haven't had enough of my power.
Freeze that jump. Nice. Got that line.
Well then,
Yep.
Let's see how much more of this power you can handle.
With the Raker! Yo! Oh. Insane screenshots, by the way. Thanks for the sword, Skirk. Wow, dude. Crazy. Who are you, you bum? You old.
Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me.
Indeed.
Knowing that it would destroy myself.
Indeed. Yes, yes, we did.
Such power. Such keen battle instincts. So, you must be...
The Void Star, Skirk.
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
Indeed.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself.
Skofnunger.
I am Skofnunger.
Skofnunger.
Your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your
Conrian,
name,
by the way.
Skirk. But hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed. And I knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history.
Care to tell us about it?
Of course.
Yeah,
Might as
Conrian.
well take advantage of a clear head while I can. The story starts a long, long time ago. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a child. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die. Over time, my heart hardened, and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, Sertologi. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism than the literary works in the Universitas Magistrorum. Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight?
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something, and he inspired me to keep going. When we sparred together, it was the first time I'd actually felt the thrill of combat. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish. When it came to the human form, he was always intent on pushing the boundaries of possibility. But somewhere along the way, I fell behind. My talents were nothing compared to his. And at some point, I realized he had pulled so far ahead, I was too embarrassed to even ask him to spar. After his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out and said to me, "This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether." I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe. Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. All I can do is try. After all... Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality... Disciple? Never thought I'd hear that word coming from you. Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe, and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong. Well, all Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor. Sounds pretty impressive. Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple. Still self-assured as ever. I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want. Freedom means even the wicked get to make their own choices. Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi. In its weakened state...
Your heart? That sounds like torture.
Because, of course,
So, you used the curse to turn... Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole...
And it backfired.
I should have known better, but... I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together.
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
You're an interesting one as well. Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. It can't have been an easy... I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him. All the while, standing ever out of reach. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb, or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will not give in to despair. I will overcome it. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from your blade. It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world, the joy of an artist uncovering a temple of wonders.
Interesting. I'm certain you're right. That
Exactly. I think one where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits.
I could do that.
A battle to end all battles, after which all can come to an end, including, perhaps, his life. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose. One.
Perhaps you're right. What a battle that.
Hey, bud. Why are we worried about this dude?
Too many different kinds of power surging. I won't be able to hold on to. Sotologi once offered to free me from this curse.
I can, but not through death. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process, but it will be a time-consuming and painful process.
I accept. I have faith that you'll be able to. If we are climbers in the dark, it appears the dawn has finally broken for me. But your ascent continues. At least, it looks like you are not alone on your journey.
I will reach the top of this mountain, no matter what it takes. And you, Skirks, will be my witness at the end of all things.
That's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh! At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time. Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't overcome.
You break a sweat.
Wow, you sound even more. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait.
Yes. The power Skirks stole has been returned.
Cool.
So?
Great! Huh. It's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky. If a few disappeared.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky for centuries. The false stars, hanging in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light.
Look at that. The false stars in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light.
It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy the momentary peace it brings.
It's beautiful. I agree.
Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether of our own volition or not. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship, we grow until we learn to seize the sands of time for ourselves and uncover our true strength. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only wonder, what is it going to take for kindness to reign supreme in the vast expanse of the universe?
Ugh, this is all going over Paimon's head. But if she knows one thing, it's that the Traveler always finds a way. Ever since we met, she has filled Paimon's days with happiness. No matter how tough things get, she always finds a way to make it better. If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two. And if two's still not enough, then three. We've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so many amazing things.
I suppose when it comes to you, anything is possible. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions.
We met again.
I need more practice to get used to it. I suppose fate will decide Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or maybe we'll reunite on a different planet entirely.
Yep.
Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. More than anything,
I'll be in a minute.
I hope that at the end of this journey, wherever it takes us, we stand in a world reborn.
Of course.
One without war, pain, or forced partings. One where new life can bloom, even where there was once nothing but scorched earth. For this, we must all work to become stronger. Goodbye, traveler. Remember your training. Make sure to put it to use.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
See you, Skirk.
Is it just Paimon? Or is she being... Hey, what do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey.
Whispers betwixt the stars and night. Kablam. Ah, and you get a thing for it too. Cool. An abyss crystal, a gift from Skirk to you. When worn, it can be used. Ah. Cool. Training review? After completing Skirk's religious training, you can compile a summary of your experiences and document your relentless efforts. Ah. Cool. Oh, I got a guitar! What? Give. Now, that is what I need. Give me that guitar. Awesome. Cool, dude. Awesome. That gives me Skirk right now. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, actually, yeah. Anyways, I'm in the stream now because I need to go do something. Well, I hope you enjoyed Skirk's quest. I will be planning on doing one tomorrow for another one. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good evening, morning, night when you see this, and I will be seeing you probably tomorrow. See ya.